Our last lesson is the French style omelet with chives. Chives are a nice long green scallion like herb. Has a very nice flavor, not as strong as a scallion, but not as harsh as, like, say, some garlic. We're going to cut off these woody ends and make sure to use your claw method to finely chop the herb so we can sprinkle it onto our omelet. Alright, so right here, guys, I'm going to press and go. Remember that claw method. Tip of the knife. There we go.
Be careful.
We'll save the rest for something else. Okay. So now we're going to crack those eggs in there. Remember, flat surface. Get them in there. Scramble, scramble, scramble until they're nice and one color. Get a nice orange juice type color. There's a perfect view of that. You could add some chives into it. Alright, so pick your weapon. You got the fish spatula on the left. In the middle you have the rubber spatula, and then some people like to use the fork. I like to use all of them depending on what mood I'm in, the size of the pan, or as well as where I'm cooking. Is it at home, in a restaurant, or at a station? So with a medium-high heat, get that pan ready, give it a final mix. We're going to put just a little bit of fat in the pan so we don't stick, but you should have a good Teflon pan just for omelets and eggs and things like that. Alright, so we want to get that swirl going. Alright, lower the heat. It was a little too high. Once the oil starts to shimmer and swirl, we'll get our egg in there. We'll mix it in the pan lightly and then turn that heat off. We want no color, no browning. Just a nice uniform yellow color and chive with a bit of a runny center. Okay, that's the classic French omelet. Okay, so our oil is looking to shimmer right now. Alright. Get the eggs in there, and you see I'm mixing them as it cooks, but this whole process should take no less than like 30-40 seconds, and it sets up. Okay, keep mixing it around, but I'm not scraping the bottom. Okay, push down on the sides. Okay, as it starts to, coagulate in the middle, you want to do this technique where you tilt the pan down and let the raw egg go to that spot so it fills it up, makes a nice round omelet. Give it a swirl. At this point, I think I have the heat off. Could use a rubber spatula to make sure it's not stuck to the side. That's why it's always important to have a pan just for omelets. And granted, I'm working with one hand and trying to flip things at the same time. So in person, it'd be different. Then try to flip it out onto a pan with the seam side down. So that's not perfect, but that's what you're looking for, that color. No browning, no golden brown, even though that's not a bad thing, but this is a French style omelet. Just a cigar shape, nice little bit of runniness, and then some chive on top. That's your classic, simple, French omelet. Cut in half. You can see it's not dry, if you look there well. Okay, it's still a little juicy. Sometimes it can be more runny, but, that's good enough. So another way, real quick. This time I'm going to try to go even lighter. And if you ever work in a hotel and you work an omelet station in the future in your career at one point, you're going to get sick of omelets. You're going to be making hundreds of them a day. And you'll have 4 or 5 or 6 pans around. You got to be like a drummer with like pans. Alright, so I'm just going to fold it down lightly. That's more the color you want. But I'm going to tell you, my boo-boo here, maybe I'll save it for the questions. Alright, because the color's really good, but there's one thing that it's not right there, and especially when you freeze it up. Alright, so this is one of the eggs you can do, and who knows what I did wrong. Thanks, guys.